Hello, my darlings. It is Aishling Mooney, and this is our Power Coaching Club call. It's a free call that I'm hosting this week. This is the second one, the final one. And yeah, delighted to be here. So I'm going to open up for coaching in just a minute. I'm going to turn off the heater here. It's a little bit cold here in Italy. A couple of things I just want to say before we start. For anyone that doesn't know me, my name is Aishling Mooney. I'm an angel intuitive and a spiritual business mentor, coach. I have created about 15 different courses in angels and spiritual business. I have 2 books. One of them is a book collaboration, and there's a beautiful lady here that is a part of that collaboration. And I have a wonderful deck of oracle cards, which I'll be using today in our session. So Archangel Messages from A New Earth. And I'll also be using today Alwyn Jennings' deck. I'm using this all week. The Empowered Woman Rises oracle cards. Or Alwyn, they just literally came out this in the last few weeks. So I'll be using them. I'm using them all week and I really love them. And they seem to complement my deck. So yeah, just a quick reminder that the reason I do these coaching sessions within the Power Mastermind group. So really I'm doing these free just to give you a taste of what it's like to be in a coaching session. So you may have seen the replay of the first session, and hopefully you'll get some insights, some nuggets out of our time here today together. And it's about 24 hours left, and then all the Black Friday offers are gone. So 5 o'clock tomorrow UK time, all the Black Friday offers are gone. So at the moment, there's 4 different offers and they're half price. You can either book a VIP day with me here in person in Milan or in Ireland in February, or a VIP day online, or you can book your own just one-off quantum session. And they're nearly all gone, so there's not many of them left. Or you can join Spiritual Business Power Mastermind, and that's for you if you really want to take your business to the next level. You're looking for a community, curriculum, regular coaching, to support you every single step of the way in creating a spiritual business that brings in clients, cash, and gives you lots of clarity. And that is it, my darling. So I'm going to dive into questions. Before we do that, I'm going to pick one card just to get us started today. So a card from my deck, and I'm going to pick a card from Alwyn's, and we're going to just asking, what do we need to know right now? What do we need to know right now? Oh, I love this. Okay, so there's 2 cards and they complement each other. You hold wisdom and gifts of many lifetimes, Archangel Raziel, and this beautiful card, self-love, from Alwyn's deck. And you know, the message with this, whether you're watching this live or watching the replay, there's a wonderful, there's sort of deep blues and lavenders throughout these 2 cards. I don't know if you can see them very well, but the energy is around the mind, calming the heart. And there's also this indigo light, indigo or purple light that I use when I'm guiding my clients in to meet with the angels or connect with their spiritual team. It's that area and that color. So, you know, I've really just been reminded to connect to our angels and to ask for more. I actually had a client session today with a client, and it was simply about asking for more. She was telling me all of these beautiful things that had happened for her in the previous year without really fully acknowledging all the changes that she'd made, and then had reached a place of a sort of a plateau where everything is fine and it's okay to float along. And I coached her around, it's okay to ask, even if everything is fine, it's okay to ask for your best life. It's okay you can change your mind later, and it's like, and I often say this, your angels are, if you don't give them direction, they're literally outside in the back garden having a smoke break, waiting for you to direct them, to ask for help and support, to give them some indication of what it is that you want financially, in your love life, in your health, in your relationships, in your spiritual path. So this is an opportunity and a reminder today to make a wish, to ask your angels for guidance and support. And yeah, so we're going to open with that. Now, it's very unusual, so I don't know if the link got lost, but there's just me and Stephanie here today. So I'm open to what the session wants to be. So Stephanie, do you want to say hello? We were just talking there quickly before we went live. Tell us what you've been doing, all your adventures over the summer. Stephanie was part of my Ignite program, and sorry, not the Ignite program, the Phoenix Rising, which was a book collaboration where 22 authors wrote their story to be included in this beautiful compilation of transformational stories. And Stephanie's story was beautiful, and a lot of her work is around the Wiselda, or the wise elder queen. And so say hello, Stephanie, and tell us about your adventures over the summer.
Oh, hello again, and hello everyone. So during the summer, yes, it was amazing actually, because I was in Italy when just after we published Phoenix Rising, and we did the round tables and things, and I think I did them from there, sat at a lovely little sat in my lovely little apartment. Well, it's not even an apartment, it was like a little mini house really, in a place just outside Lecce in Italy, and I spent a month there getting ready to write my first novel. So I was plotting and stuff. I was doing lots of poetry, because the novel that I wrote has rhyming couplets at the beginning of each chapter. So I was doing lots of that, and obviously sitting out in the sunshine in the back in the little courtyard, and it was just adorable to be able to sit there. But then in the summer, a bit later on, about a month later, so before that, I'd been thinking. It's funny what you say about making a wish, because I knew that I wanted to go away on a writing retreat. And I had the thought, and within an hour or so, I suppose, a pop-up came up on my computer that was about a writing retreat in Italy. And I just thought, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And lovely Sarah Bullen, who's a literary agent, and she ghostwrites, and she does all sorts of stuff in the writing world. And I went away for I went away for 2 weeks. So I topped and tailed the actual retreat, which was in Tuscany again. I was in Apulia before, but in Tuscany, which is my favourite place to be. I can't even think what it's called now, but it was like an agrituristo, and it was fabulous. It was very spiritual and healing, as well as writing. So she gave me the kind of the bare bones for how to start writing, and I came away from there and I spent about a week in Florence, in Florence, just getting the bones of the book down. And then I came home, and there were follow-up sessions. So we would do these writers' sprints on a Wednesday. And within 9 weeks, I'd written 85,000 words. And it was like spirit was just talking to me. It was bringing into the story all the experience and wisdoms and expertise I've gained over the years, because I've had what I would call an eclectic career. I've done something for 5-10 years, and then I've moved on and done something completely different, which comes through in the book that we wrote, Phoenix Rising. So there's all sorts of things that I've pulled from that experience into the novel. So
is it finished? Is it complete?
It's complete. I'm just waiting. It's in a drawer now, and I'm going to just have one final look at it before I send it to a second beta reader. And then I'm going to start pitching.
And what about so you're going to pitch to a traditional publisher? You're not going to launch yourself?
I'm going to try, first of all, to pitch to. I'm going to pitch to literary agents and hopefully get a traditional publishing deal.
Okay.
And if that doesn't work, then maybe I'll go independent or hybrid even.
Yeah.
That's an
Brilliant.
option.
Love it. Absolutely brilliant. Well done.
So I've not been doing any kind of spiritual work apart from the odd reading here and there for people, but I'm using the benefit, the expertise and the wisdom that I've gained through coaching and doing spiritual work with people in my writing now. So Wizelda's coming through as a coach within the books, which is lovely.
Yeah, brilliant. Sometimes when we think we're not doing anything, but just by taking that step back, we're filling back up the well, and then it's time again when the time is right to get back out there. But that's what it sounds like, is that it was just the perfect time. And before we came on the call, I was just saying, look at the orb that's on the side of your screen. I don't know if everybody can see this, but I don't know, when I'm looking at the screen, it's on my,
It's
whatever.
my right, yeah.
It's on you're right. It's a green orb. It's green with a little tint of gold in it. So, and there's there's a line of sort of a deep purple going through there. So that whole combination is Raphael for healing, Uriel for insight and wisdom and prophetic dreams and flashes of wisdom. And then you have a little bit of Metatron. And there's Michael saying, I'm there too. So there's a bit of Michael. So you're literally surrounded with angels.
I'm blessed to be surrounded by angels, and I feel them, and I'm very grateful. It's Thanksgiving Day today, isn't it? So I'm saying a big thank you to all the angels around me.
Yeah, love it. Love it. I actually forgot it was Thanksgiving. Okay, my darling, love it, Stephanie. Thank you so much. So is there anything that I can help you with in terms of coaching?
I don't think so, really. I mean, I'm just kind of
You're
when we talk
celebrating.
about manifesting, we have to put the work in ourselves, but I am putting it out into the universe that I am ready for the right literary agent to come into my life. So, you know, obviously I have to do the legwork and the groundwork and everything, and I'm doing my research and I'm trying to find a good match, but I'm open to that energy to come to me.
So literally Uriel, I'm going to just pick another card from Alwyn's deck. Oh, that's an interesting one. So you have Uriel, and Uriel is insights, and that's that same idea: insights, intuition, visions, flashes of inspiration, and then we have this interesting card on top of that, which is boundaries. So I would say not every agent is the agent, which I'm sure you know that. And it's really a message about trusting your gut, trusting that you'll know what's the best fit for you when the time is right. And it feels like you might have more than one or two options. So Uriel is saying, watch out for flashes of inspiration, follow your gut, follow your nudges. Sometimes those nudges might seem a bit strange and a bit not make sense or not clicking the dots until later on when you're looking back. A simple example I give is I was struggling with an issue years ago, and my angel, I said, help me out with this, angels help. And it was like, go and get some milk. And we didn't need any milk in the house. And I was like, that's ridiculous. We don't need any milk. And I was like, okay, just put my coat on, went out the door, down the road to the shop, bumped into a friend of mine. And literally my issue was resolved within 5 minutes of speaking to her. She had the answer. And I was like, okay, I went back with some milk, but also the answer to the question or to the problem that I had. So it's like follow those nudges. And the nudges, trusting the technology. As you said, you were thinking about this writer's retreat, and then literally within an hour, ping, an offer came up. So trusting that God, whatever you believe God to be, great mystery, universe, and the angels will use whatever methods to get the messages that they need to you. So I love it. I absolutely love it. I think within 7 months, if you wanted to, you could. So I'm saying 7 months large to give you time to, there's number 7 in this card. There's number 7 in this card, and 2 and 5 is 7, 25. So there's a big 7. So 7 weeks, 7 days, 7 months. So either of them, but I'm feeling like going large here just to give you some time to reach out, but definitely do the practical work. Decide to send out, I don't know, some ridiculous 100 applications, 100 proposals, because by the law of averages, if you send 100 proposals, you have to get some responses. And I think who was it? Was it J.K. Rowling that got 38 rejection letters before she got the one that said, yes, we'll publish Harry Potter? So it's like, what if she'd stopped at 37 or 38? What if she'd stopped and said, fuck it, I'm not gonna, this is ridiculous. It's no good. The world isn't ready for me. I'm just going to give up now. This is, I've just been told 38 times now that nobody wants this. And if she had given up, then the world would have lost out on this. It's not even a trilogy anymore. It's a whole other world that's been built from her imagination. And she is the first woman billionaire author ever in the world. So the first billionaire author and the first woman billionaire author. So that's my advice, is throw out 100 what's the word, proposals out there, and it's by the law of averages, you will have something within 7 months. And and there's just a load of, there's lots of other books coming through. There's literally they're literally lining up. I can see them lining up with wings going, we're ready. We're ready, we're coming. So it's like, take a rest, do this exercise, get off these proposals, and then get back into the rhythm of writing every single day, or as much as you can every single week. Love it. Love it. Thanks, Stephanie. Thanks, my darling.
Oh, thank you.
Lovely
That was so
to see you
helpful.
today.
Thank you.
So who else have we got here? We have Adrian, we have Claire. And if you're watching the replay of this, comment, play along with us in the comments, wherever you're watching it. Ask questions, post your ahas, your insights, anything that's coming through for you as we're speaking and sharing. So I'm here, I'm open for another couple of questions, coaching. So Claire or Adrian, if you're free and you want to unmute yourselves, you can come on. You don't have to. Hello, how are you?
How's it going? Me again.
Always lovely to see you. How are you?
I'm grand. I'm good. I'm all right. I'm actually only okay. No, I'm good. I'm good. But yeah, I suppose you want to stay true to yourself with all the madness that's going on. And it's like, I kind of feel like, because I was telling you about that school that were asking me to do loads of stuff, and I had a call with him there again, and there's more stuff to, there's stuff to do. And part of me is, I just don't know, I'm not really sure. Like, it's great opportunity, but at the same time, I don't know if, I don't know whether they're asking me to do stuff and whether I'm really going to benefit, that way. Does that make sense? So I want to kind of stay true to myself as well. And you know, all the experience and that I have, but
Mhm.
I don't want to change too much. So I suppose the question is, you know, like, of course, we're always changing and growing, but I don't want to change to the extent I can't recognize myself. Does that make sense?
Hmm. But what are they asking you to change?
Well, no, there, you know, like I put a thing together for the staff, and then they've come back and said, "Oh, I think we'll wait till January to do that," because, and I had been thinking that myself, that like December is a crazy time to be doing anything for staff, really, apart from going out for a few drinks or something. But and I had thought that, but they're doing a parents' night, and they mentioned some of the things that I had put into my staff workshop that they're gonna do now. Um,
Ah.
I came away going, oh, okay, all right. So do you know what I mean? Just a few little bells going off, going, it's great that, you know, I'm sharing information, but like, I just don't know. I'm not 100%. I'm not, you know, we're only just getting to know one another. So, yeah, so I don't, you know, I know I keep saying I don't know, but I just have a question mark about it all. It's the very early stages of any kind of relationship together. So,
You know, years ago, I think it was Oprah, and she was talking to Cheryl Richardson, who
right.
used to follow Coach on Call years ago. She's a Hay House author, and she would say, if it's not an absolute yes, it's a no. Now, I'm not saying that this is the case with this, but I'm just going to riff a little bit on a few pieces around this, a few layers around it. So if it's not an absolute yes, it's a no. So you can play with that, and you can see what that's bringing up for you. You know, where's the FOMO? If you just say, no, I'm not doing that anymore. What's the FOMO? What comes up for you around that? Oh, I'm going to miss this opportunity. Maybe it's you know, exposure, and this could lead on to other schools, and you know, so there's the FOMO there. But and that's all sounds great intellectually, you know, with our mind, and it might all work out.
Yeah.
And no experience is lost. So every single experience that you have is here to give you a lesson, even if it's I think I said this to you a few weeks ago. We were talking about this, and I said, oh, isn't it interesting that when we ask the question, in your case, it was, am I only here to work with kids? And suddenly the universe gives you this opportunity to test that out and say, oh, well, test it. See how that feels.
Yeah, that's true. If I just think about it as a bit of a test rather than, or a bit of a adventure rather than it being a commitment.
Yeah. And it's already, you're getting so many lessons around listening to your intuition, around when you're sharing your stuff with others and they present it as their own. That can bring up, you know, as you said, alarm bells. It's okay when people share it and they say, as Adrian suggested, we're gonna do X, Y, and Z. That's enough to say that. But when someone doesn't say that, it's like, oh, hang on a minute. Ding, 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 ding. So it can be a wonderful learning experience for you. And once there's boundaries around it, and it's not taken away from your bottom line, you know, so you're still working away in the background on your stuff. And you can just, like, those little alarm bells can allow you to tread very, very softly, slowly, step by step, you know, instead of, I know as light workers, our desire is give it all.
Yeah.
So now these little bells have gone off, just allow you to just take a breath and take a step before you rush in every single step of this. And like, ask yourself, how can I make this even easier? So
Yeah.
before you were thinking presentations, inviting guest speakers and blah, blah, blah. And then you were like, no, it's just you showing up, easiest path, maybe a meditation, maybe your cards, maybe, you know, whatever it is, but it's simple. I'm just realizing that not everybody knows what you do. So Adrian, if you want to quickly share that, just to give us a bit of context, because I'm just following on from last week, but I've just
Oh
realized
yeah.
everybody
So
knows
I
what you're
suppose
doing.
I'm a body therapist, I would call myself really, but it's a bit more than that. So I'm a cranial psychotherapist, reflexologist, flare essence practitioner, but and I'm an owner of a holistic clinic in Skerries, County Dublin. So I've been doing this about 20 years. And I'm kind of putting together at the moment, I'm kind of putting together more packages for people, because what I've learned over the time is, over the years, that we benefit more when we have some sessions over a selected period of time, and people are really benefiting from that, and I can really see the value in it, and which is fantastic for me, and it's fantastic for my clients. So that's all brilliant. And now I've been asked, and I work with children as well, so, and babies. So I've been asked by a school they want to refer people to me, not just me, but the whole clinic that I run, and which is a fantastic opportunity. But I suppose I was saying to Aishling, my nervousness comes around the expectation that they have with me staying true to myself. So while something might seem amazing, and it could end up being amazing, I do have a few little alarm bells going off, going, hang on, you know, you've worked really hard at putting this stuff together over years of experience of what works for people. And do you want to change it completely because it's an opportunity? That's my thing. So that hasn't developed yet. You know, I'm at the very early stages of that. So yeah, there's just a few questions around all of that. So I hope that makes sense.
Thanks, Adrian.
No
And you
problem.
can make a decision today to not change your stuff.
I know.
You can say, actually, no, I'm not going to change my
Yeah.
stuff. So let's see how this relationship goes. But I've already like, can you feel even in your energy now as you're contemplating that, there's strength?
I can feel it. I can feel it. There's much more alignment in my whole system when you say you don't have to change.
Yeah.
You know, you
There's
don't
strength.
have to
It's
change.
literally waving off you the energy of
Yeah.
strength. It's like, no, I'm not going to change that.
No.
So
Because I think as as a therapist, and over years, you do try to, when you're starting out, and I just say this to even therapists that are starting in my clinic, that you start out and you give everything and you're available constantly. If somebody rang you at 12 o'clock at night, you'd answer the phone, right?
oh yeah.
See, we all started out like that, but I suppose because I'm doing this a long time now, and I realize that does not work for me. It doesn't work. I've changed dates to suit people, and then they don't show up. And it's just like, no, do not do this. Stick to what works for you, and everybody will come to that. So I have to just stick with that. And this is another lesson for me, because, you know, there's a few little things that they've asked, and I'm like, well, hang on, you know, even like I gave them a day for their staff, and it was just the way the woman came back to me and what she said about it made me go, I don't know, understand what she's trying to say there. So there might have been a bit of confusion, a bit of clarity needs to be had about it all. So but I definitely know that's not going to work if I change everything about myself.
Yeah.
Make it work. Do you know that way? It won't.
So it's the message that's coming through is just tread very, very softly.
Yeah.
And softly, slowly, and just test every single bit of it out along the way. And the two cards that have come out are really, there's two elements of these cards. So one is Archangel Azrael, and it's time to see through the illusion.
Oh my God.
And this one is unwind,
Yeah.
2911. And it's a real like, what would happen if you didn't give a fuck? You know? What would happen if
I
you were
know.
like,
I go to stop care. That's it. That's it now. I don't care about it anymore.
and it's also the other layer of this is that it is a crazy time of year. And I'm feeling that personally, you just need to take a little bit of a rest,
Yeah.
you know?
I
We
know.
we
My
all
husband
do.
keeps saying that. Will you stop? Get off that laptop.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the other layer of that, you know, is just to say, just rest, just take some time for yourself, unwind, relax about the whole thing. They've said January, so stop fucking thinking about it. Just,
Yeah.
you know, if you can,
Yeah.
for this, but
Yeah.
in general, it's a time to start unwinding. You know, allow yourself some time to evaluate, review the year that's gone, and just enjoy the Christmas in preparation for what's coming in 2025, because this is only one little pea in the glory that's coming for you
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah.
You
Thanks.
know?
Thanks, Aishling. Believe you.
Okay, darling. All right.
Thanks.
Ola, lovely
Thanks,
to see you
everyone.
here. Thanks, Adrian. So I'm open for questions. So we've Claire and Ola. Do you want to pop on? Have you got a question?
I'll pop on.
Yes.
That was so funny because I came on late. But as I came on, you just
Perfect timing.
the Adrian, that kind of how do I stay true to myself, but also all these opportunities are coming up. And the last couple of weeks, I think been trying to morph myself and mold myself into something that I'm just not. And
Wow.
the resistance to it. And I've kind of the last couple of days I've been like, I don't want to do that. I don't want that. So now it's kind of going back to having that trust of what I do want to offer will land, and not trying to appease everyone. But yeah, I think there's definitely, I'm getting a bit uncomfortable now. Like I'm going into more corporate with my spiritual healing and intuitive healing. And I've had so many messages that are like, yes, this is it, this is it. But I think there's still an element of fear of how on earth am I going to go in and talk about these things without everyone standing up and leaving the room and talking about energy and all things. So I think the word I'm getting a lot at the moment is patience. And considering my bank account is very, very empty, patience is really hard right now. And I'm being very tested in a way, just to really come back to this moment, be like, what can we do right now in this moment? So question would be, I mean, the first thing that came in, and this is a very almost selfish, like how much more patience, how much. But I've also got a message of just keep doing one step in front of the other. But I think there's that fear of, am I going to put a lot of effort into something now, and then in a couple of months for it to all change again? So if I put in all this effort into a website, is there any point because things are still evolving, or is this where I am? And I don't know if this is making any sense, but
yeah. Okay, so just before we dive in, because I've loads to say on this, tell us about your spiritual business. What is it that you do? What do you offer? Who do you work with? I know you said corporate, but
yeah.
So give us a bit more information.
So it's working with corporate clients, entrepreneurs, founders to really reconnect back to their main vision and their why they're doing it, and then help them release the blocks to getting there. So whether it's to do with the confidence or childhood trauma or whatever it is, Akashic records or past lives or anything, and just helping them get to the place that they want to, but from a place of like integrity and honesty with themselves, rather than a place of greed or ego. And fundamentally, I believe that when we're connected to ourselves, we're connected to source and the earth, and as a result, businesses will be more sustainable. They will serve the people that they're meant to, rather than fitting into this what business looks like now. So really changing how business looks, and going from, but yeah, using my gifts, abilities, whatever they are, to help people with that. And so it is an alternative practice. It is, it's not standard therapy, but yeah, intuitive healing in that space. Because it's been a theme that's come up the last 3 or 4 years since I began all of this, and I've never had the confidence to do it. And in the last couple of months, like, you don't really have a choice, Ola. This is what you're doing now. So I think it's, trying to make it palatable. What's the word? Make it fit for people to understand it and not completely push them away, and at the same time get my message across without softening it or kind of making it not me.
Okay, got it. So there's a few things in this. So first of all, have you worked with any corporate clients to date?
Yes.
And what happened there? How did that go? And who, well, you don't have to tell us who that was with, but sorry.
So I also have a podcast, and that I'm also a ski coach. So for the last couple of years, I've been based in Switzerland, and I've been a ski coach out there. And the clients, the people that I've met out there are based between Switzerland and London. One of the last clients for my first year just messaged me randomly saying, I'm doing an offsite for my company in Verbier where I was. Will you come and do a workshop? I've listened to your podcast and I love how you speak, and I want to do a workshop. And we kind of had a little bit of a brainstorm about what, unfortunately, a lot of the team had been through a lot of trauma, so they wanted to focus on that. And it was so easy, and I loved it. And I was like, this is what I want to do. And it was, it was that ease. And we didn't go super, super deep. It was very fundamental things of how to calm your nervous system, and even learning how to breathe, and did like a 5-minute meditation where most of them fell asleep, and just showing them a different way of kind of approaching things. So, and then there's been kind of a few individuals who they've not been clients, but we've had conversations and they're kind of like, oh wow, okay, and have implemented that in their business, and then the effect of that. So there has been some, but I guess not the way that not sustainably.
Okay, so and you have a website at the moment?
It's 99% finished, and I haven't fully pushed it out yet.
Okay, so that's not going to cost you any more money to press go on that.
Yeah.
Okay, it's already up and set up, because otherwise I would have said forget about that and get some clients first. But if it's already done, then we can.
And I can pay for that monthly. So rather, I was like, oh, I have to pay for it year round because then it's cheaper. But I was like, okay, but at that point we can't do that right now, so we can pay it monthly.
Okay. First of all, before we go ahead, I don't know if everybody can see. Can everybody see 4 of us? There's 4 cameras on. It's 4 people, and over Ola's head is a halo. Behind Adrian is another orb, another round with her mirror, and then Stephanie has an orb in the corner of her thing. I'm the only one missing the fucking angel. Where's the angel? Here we go. I have a round cushion.
When you sit in front of that picture, the cloud behind you is making like a tiny little, you've got the 2 bits of cloud over your left shoulder.
Yeah.
And it's making a little halo around you.
All right. Okay. So I just wanted to, because that has never happened before, and I was just like, oh my God, literally the angels are saying we're here, we're here, we're here. So there's a few things. So I'm going to riff on a few of these things, okay? And hopefully you'll get some guidance or insight. So first of all, I'm not a great fan of take a leap and the net will appear. I prefer to make sure that the fucking net is there before you jump. So, you know, you're saying your bank account is a bit low. So while you're building this other thing up, there's still something that you can offer right now, today, to the current audience of people. They might not all be corporate, but just the people that you have been working with over the last X number of years are still there and are still available and are still following you. And you can offer them something today. So literally, I would say to you, use the energy of this session, if you have 30 minutes even afterwards, to sit down and brainstorm, what could I offer today? Literally a breathwork masterclass. Pay what you want to come on Zoom. You can have 100 people if you have a Zoom account. My Zoom account, I can have 100 people on there. So if you had 100 people and they all donated 20 quid, that's a few bob there for you straight away. That's something you could offer. Or you could do one-to-one sessions, Akashic Records, whatever comes up, or just the Ola experience. And, you know, bring your bells and whistles to, you know, whoever the person is that shows up. You know, you can create something. Literally, you can create something. The Ola Transformational Healing Experience, 97 euros for Black Friday. You know, you can create a package of, I'm creating this new thing. I'm looking for 10 people to beta test it and give them a discount. But you can literally offer something. And sometimes it's the offer that we just haven't made. That's the reason the bank account is empty, because we're building this thing and we're following our guidance and we're saying, yeah, this is going to happen, but it's in the fucking future. But right now I need to pay the bills. And it's like, there's no reason why you can't be offering. And sometimes we procrasti-branding, as Denise Thomas would say. And you're just occupying yourself building this lovely new thing that's getting you all excited to protect you from making offers and facing that, getting visible and facing that discomfort and asking for the sale and asking for money for your healing gifts. So it's great that you have this new thing coming, and I really think it's going to be big. But there's plenty of people right now that you could help that are literally waving money at you in the air, and you are just going, no, I'm creating this thing for this future group of people, and I'm not available to work with. So it's like, so let's change that energy of that literally now and say, Ola is open for healing business. So for the next 6 months, while you're building this other thing, you're open for healing business. So go and procrastinate. Like, because I know there's one or two things. What is the first thing that comes to your head that you could offer?
I've been doing monthly group sessions, monthly healing group sessions, and I've been doing it through through Zoom, but actually just to do it through Eventbrite, and then it's just a much easier way for people to sign up, because before with Zoom it was just faff. So just do that through Eventbrite and be like donation based, share it with your friends, whoever wants to come, and it can be an end of the year, pre-Christmas rush kind of recollection of the year.
Yeah, love it. Brilliant. Okay, give us another one. Give us another one. A one-to-one.
Maybe an hour to reflect on the past year and take the celebrations from this year before you move into the new one. What do you want to take from this year into the next year, and what can you let go?
So clear out the past, clear out 2024. God, I'd love that. And fresh start, setting your intentions for 2025. Love it. Oh my God, love it. So that's a one-to-one. And what would you bring? Akashic Records in there? You'd bring breath, you'd bring...
Yeah, intuitive movement, like I used to. Yeah, I used to do moon evenings.
Okay.
So yeah.
So you could do that as a one-to-one. And you could also have a big January session. Could do that with a group in January. You can have a donation if you want, or you can try out the donation just to get some money in December. But January, you can make an offer, 20 quid, 22 quid each or something like that. Or I don't know what you normally price. So I'm just riffing on this. If it's normally 500, it could be 250. If it's normally 100, it could be 47. So, you know your own price. But you could literally offer a fresh start session in January. So that's 3 offers that don't even require a website. That just fucking get on Facebook, make your offer. If you have an email list, send them an email. If you don't do a live stream on Facebook or Instagram, wherever you are, wherever you're most comfortable with, or YouTube, do a live stream or do a video, and just be open for business.
Yeah.
How's that landing? I've more to say, but
I'm sure. No, I think absolutely. I've been exactly that. I've been so focused on this, and I kind of be like, right, I don't have the energy or the time for anything else. But actually, it's not. The cogs aren't moving because that energy is not coming in. It's like it is draining. So yeah, and I love doing it. That's why I'm doing this, because I love doing it. So
yeah.
It's not hard. It's not. It's a passion. It's excitement. So yeah.
And we know that the podcast is working, so you need to make time so that you're batching episodes and they're scheduled and they're going out every week as much as possible. So if that's working, that needs to keep happening. So the other thing I just want to say, 2 beautiful cards that have come up. Archangel Shamuel, time to dream big dreams. And this lovely card, ask for help. So there's 2 elements of that are just tie into the whole. Shamuel is the big vision coach, the big vision angel. So Shamuel is working with you. She's like a movie star looking off into the distance. She's capable, she's calm, she's confident, she's serenely just dreaming a new life into being. So that's why I said this work is going to be massive. It has the potential to be huge. But you need to get some regular income coming in, because the vibration of people that you want to attract are not going to be attracted with you with your cut off mittens and your freezing cold. These are VIP clients with money. So you have to show up as golden Ola. So you need to get some money coming in, so that you're not in this, there's no money in the bank, because that's going to be a repellent really very, very well. You're going to need 3 big clients. So you've had one and it's worked. You need to gather your testimonials from that event, photos, referrals all over LinkedIn, building up that profile that this is what you're available for. But yeah, and you need 2 more. So you need to be like, can you refer me? The brilliant book, and I don't have it. What the hell is the name of it? I think it's called Millionaire Weekend. Noah Kagan is his name. If you text me afterwards, I'll send you a photo of the book. I'll find it somewhere. But it's a great book, because he literally, sometimes we don't have money because we're just not making offers. And it's like, so, very similar to what I said. Okay, Claire, I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to chat, love. I hope you got some gold from this conversation. Sometimes we're just not making the offers. And it's like, one of my old first coaches that I worked with would just say, you want more money, make more offers. And it's like, there's no money in the bank. Well, how many times have you asked for money this week? And as I said to Stephanie at the beginning of the call, she wants to publish a book. So I said to her, approach 100 agents. And by the law of averages, you're going to get accepted by somebody. It's just by the law, like J.K. Rowling, 38 rejections, 39 said yes. So it's like, if you were to make an offer every day until the end of this year, that would be like 30 offers.
Yeah.
30 proposals. By the law of averages, somebody is going to say yes.
Mm.
You know, or you can say, this is the offer. If you're not if you're not able to take that up, can you refer to somebody else that might? So you're doubling your chances. So it's like, you want the money, you need to get out there and do the work. And you owe it to this future vision of what this business is going to be, to start putting your focus and being open for business and generating lots of money. And the good news is, asking for help, there are loads of people that want to help you with this. So as you start to talk about this, as you start to send out proposals, there's going to be people that just like your energy. You're going to be like, here, proposal, blah, blah, blah. Listen to this podcast episode. There's going to be people that once they are confronted with your energy, they're going to like you and they're going to want to either take you on themselves or refer you to somebody else. So I'm seeing not just one person, there's lots of people that want to help you. And the final thing I want to say about this is, there are so many people that need our light in the world right now. And there is, since COVID, it's the time. If we can just get out of our own way and make our offers, the world needs our healing gifts. There are so many people still hiding in the spiritual closet that need to see us in all of our different places in the world. You know, somebody that you're talking to might not resonate with me or with somebody else, but you know, you're sharing the same light, the same message, the same love, and they're open to listening to it from you. So we've got to be visible wherever we can for whoever needs it most right now. And this is the overall message that I'm just getting for you all, is that the work is huge. It has the potential to be amazing. And it's time. Just start making the money now. You don't have to wait. Okay. How's all that landing?
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, it's landed. It's not landing, it's landed.
Woohoo!
I think, oh, there we go. Being more visible. But no, that ski instructor me is the one that is attracting clients. And for some reason I haven't gone back this year. So now I'm thinking, do I go back or do I stay in London? Anyway, but yeah, it's landed.
Yeah, love it. Brilliant. We're all delighted. Can you feel the energy? It's we're all like,
I like my halo. I'm gonna do all my
the halo.
And Stephanie, you're one on the, well, for me it's the left hand side of me.
It's like the halo was moved, the orb was moved around.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a quick picture of this. Hold on, a quick screenshot. So smile, everybody. 1, 2, 3. This is too good. Too good. I haven't got my own orb, but anyway. Okay. Okay, so that's it. That is it. I think I'm going to wrap up, unless anybody has anything. What are your thoughts on what's your biggest ahas from this session? If you want, you can say them out loud, or you can just pop them into the chat. Yeah, Stephanie, go ahead, love.
I was going to say, well, thank you so much for my personal messages at the beginning. Completely landed. Very, very well received. Thank you. But I got so much from everybody else's cards and things as well. The things like the boundaries. That's 3 times I've heard that word today. And it's been in my mind about where I've stood up for myself and went, do you know what? You're not going to treat me like that. In a couple of situations, you know, like I'd prefer if when we're together, blah, 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 you know, whatever, I'd prefer it to be this way. And some people have walked away, and that's absolutely fine because they've made the decision to move away. I didn't want to be that person that pushed them away. So they've taken the decision to move away. So those boundaries kind of things make sense to me and completely resonated with me today. I I couldn't push one particular person away because he had some mental health problems.
Okay.
So when I put the boundaries in place, he was like, oh, no, don't like that. I thought, good, off you go then.
Yeah.
Or F off, like you would say. And when you've effed off, keep effing off some more.
Keep
So
going.
that was great. That was great. But the things that you were saying around making offers and stuff completely resonate with me as well. So thank you for today.
Love it.
Beautiful.
Thanks, Stephanie. Thanks for being. It was really lovely seeing you again.
I'm hoping I might be able to do a one-to-one with you in Milan sometime. So I'll keep that in the back of
Oh,
mind next year.
brilliant. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, it'd be lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think hearing everything that everybody has to say, it's like the same for all of us, really, isn't it? But I think keeping it simple is probably the thing I'm going away with, really. Just keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't make it work for yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
Unwind.
and unwind, relax, enjoy the Christmas, you know.
Mhm. Love it. Thanks, Adrian. Thanks, love.
Thank you. Thanks, Aishling. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Yeah, for me, it was just being in this space as well. I think with other people and just seeing people nod along and be like, yes, okay. So yeah, thank you for all of it.
Love it. Thank you, darling. Thanks, Ola. So for anyone watching live or watching the replay, the Black Friday offer is another 24 hours left. 4 different things are half price. You can book a one-to-one with me in Milan or Ireland. I'll be in Ireland in February, and I have a VIP day in person, or you can book a VIP day online if you prefer not to travel. Or you can book just a one-off session, all half price, just for another 24 hours. Or you can join the Spiritual Business Power Mastermind. And that's like that, for me, if you want year-long, year-round support in your spiritual business, getting it up off the ground, getting clarity about the gifts that you have, the offers, getting clarity around your offers, bringing in building your community and bringing in consistent cash, then that is the place to be. An amazing community, brilliant curriculum, regular coaching twice a month, and a beautiful Facebook community. And that is half price for another 24 hours, and then the price goes up. That is it, my darlings. I hope you enjoyed this session. I really did. And I'll see you again very soon, hopefully in power. Loads of love. Bye. Bye, ladies.